So if you're ready to make a booking and invite me to work with you, then you need to use the links that you can see at the bottom of all of my videos, or at least all of my videos from 2024. I mean, you can actually go to my website, which is www.feelgoodastrology.com. I have to admit, I'm not really a techie person, but all the links are there. But you can just click on the links below in the description fields, and it will direct you to my Calendly account, which is my online calendar. So let's have a quick look there now. So I'm just adding this in. Now, this is like the homepage to my calendly.com calendar. It's calendly.com/Louisa Tanner Munson. But again, you've got the links that will take you to what you're considering. But here it gives you a little bit of information. So for instance, if you're wanting a 30-minute reading, literally just click on here. And then it brings up all of the booking information. So it tells you what this is suitable for, that it's really good for questions, etc. It tells you what you'll need to supply me with, i.e. your time, place and date of birth. And it also gives you my WhatsApp number, which especially when Mercury's retrograde, I mean, all of this gets confirmed via email. One thing I have noticed, which is it can put me in a bit of a spin, I have to say, is sometimes when people pay via PayPal, they've got an old email address attached to their PayPal account, but it's not their current email address. And of course, all of their bookings are going to their old email address rather than their new one. So be really conscious of that. Please do take my number, make a note of my number just in case there's any difficulties, and also my email address so that you can get in touch if you don't hear back from me, which of course you should hear back straight away because this is all absolutely computerized. It's all sorted out. So you see the details here, and then you'll see what date you're looking on. I'm recording this on the 5th of July. And then it will show you when there's gaps in my diary, when I've got some space where I could see you. So literally look and find a date that you like, then click on it, and it will show you the available time slots. Now, this should show you the time slot in the time zone that you're in. That's what I like about Calendly, because before I used to do it all myself, and it's very tricky. So this really streamlines the whole process. It shows me my time zone. It will show you a slightly different version according to where you are. And then when you're ready, you just click on the one that you want to select, click next, and then that's your opportunity to pop in your details. So I need your name and your email address. I then need to know whether you're going to be attending in the Zoom meeting, i.e. you want it to be more of a coaching astrological call where I get to listen to you a little bit and that you get to direct the call a little bit. So for instance, let's say, you want to reserve the right to be able to say, hang on, I've heard enough about that bit now, Louisa, I want you to move on to this bit. Then it's really good for you to go to the Zoom meeting. Or you could choose for me to record without you. And so when you book that, I put that in my diary. And even if you're not there, I still record your reading on a video, which I also turn into an MP3, but you're not involved in it. So it's entirely your choice. And I've actually created a video just about that, because there are some pros and cons to each method that you choose. I love working both ways. And then if you wanted to do a bit of both, then that's your opportunity to write that in. I need your date of birth. Now, I know it seems a bit bonkers, but I also ask you to confirm it, the month of your birth, because you know what, in different places, the dates of birth are written differently. You might not already know that, but trust me, every astrologer out there that works outside of the US or outside of England will know that. With the Brits, if you're born on the 3rd of May, for instance, your birth date would be written 0305. Of course, if you're born on the 3rd of May and you're American, it's written 0503. I guarantee you most international astrologers will have probably fallen foul of that once. I have many, many years ago. I certainly don't want to do that again. So that's why I ask. So please do confirm your month. and your birth time as well. If you don't know your exact time of birth, there are other ways we can do it. You can obviously send me an email, and we can talk about it. Or the approximate time of day. Some people use a pendulum. I've got one here. Some people have their charts rectified. So there's always a way around this if you don't know the time of birth, place of birth. And then you've got a place to literally tell me what you want to what you want to know. I've also put my email address in there as well. So if you want to send me an email, please do. Mostly, once I see that somebody is connected with me, you'll get an automatic response, but I will also send an email within 24 hours, a personal one from me to you, just to go through the details, to say I've confirmed them. If I've got any questions, I will, address you. So I always see it that the moment you've connected with me and booked a reading, I think that's actually when it all starts, because, you and I start to we have a couple of emails, who knows, but it's a bit of a process. And then all you have to do is click pay with PayPal and then schedule event. And then that is booked. Now, I think it's also important that I just want to really make clear that even though when you're booking a reading with me, it looks like I've got lots and lots of time slots. I've set all those time slots up because I don't know where you are, and I'm in Portugal, which is in the same time zone as London. I'm in Europe. If you're in Australia, or if you're in Hawaii or North America somewhere, you might need a very sort of different time. So I try and put in as much variance each day so that, hopefully there's something there for you. I don't always have the same slots available, but I try to give everyone a bit of a fair chance. If there isn't a time that works for you, please do send me an email, because anything is possible. When I've completed a reading, and of course it depends how many times, I've worked with you, I will set up a shared folder between us on Google, on my G drive. And this is a folder just between you and I. Nobody else has a link to it. It's just between you and I. And every time I work with you, I create a new folder, which I write in like month and year. And then within that, every chart that I might use to answer the particular situation that you're going through, that will be supplied. You'll also get the video of when I'm recording for you or with you, if you actually join me on the Zoom call. And then I also give you the option of listening to it as well as an MP3. So it's all there. And literally when that happens, all you need to do is click download. Now, I really do recommend that you download everything I share with you so that you've got your own copy, because using Google, you never know when the internet might just drop out, or, I know it seems unforeseeable that Google might suddenly, like the G drive might just disappear, but I don't want to risk it. But I really, I keep everything in cyberspace purely because I would just have so much data on my hard drive and on these remote drives and stuff. It's just a lot of work. And so I leave this here for you. If at the end you want me to delete it from the folder once you've downloaded it, I'm very, very happy for you to do that, like to request that, and I will do that. Alternatively, if you don't want to have your reading on a like in a shared folder, then just let me know and I can send it to you via WeTransfer. So you just get a link and you can download that. That's absolutely fine too. But for instance, if you wanted to work with me more than once, which this person has, we've been in a client relationship since 2020, it turns out, it may well be that it's easy to have this sort of directory. So I guess what I'm trying to share with you is that, I see working together as possibly the start of something. So who knows? But anyway, that's how it comes to you at the end of at the end of the session. Once I've had time to download everything, make sure everything's just right. And obviously I'll send you an email, and I will absolutely give you a copy link, and it will be shared to your email address as well. So I hope that's helpful to you in understanding what it might be like to work with me. It gives you a little bit more information, because it's quite, it's quite an investment. But hopefully I've put your mind at rest a little bit. But anyway, lots of love to you, and maybe speak soon. Bye for now.